we are going to be cleaning our dinner napkins. Over time with dinner napkins, they can become a bit grubby and they can look a bit dull. Most of us will be pulling these out for the Christmas season to put around our dinner tables. So let's give our napkins a deep clean. I'm going to show you guys the process that I use to get my white napkins super duper white again and to remove any stains that may have occurred. But before we do that, if you have coloured napkins, you're going to switch the process that I'm about to show you if you have white napkins out for baking soda. The reason for this is we're going to be using bleach, and if you put bleach on colours, it's going to ruin them. We also need to remember that when it comes to dealing with stains, particularly protein stains, a biological detergent is going to lift the stain a lot easier than a non-biological detergent. This is due to the fact that biological detergents contain enzymes, and that is where the magic happens. Our napkins have been soaking in our bleach solution overnight, so now they are good to go into the washing machine. In the washing machine, we are going to put a biological detergent, and we are also going to use soda crystals. You want around 2 heaped tablespoons of the soda crystals going into this wash, because we're only washing our napkins at the moment. Another thing to be mindful of when it comes to cleaning your napkins and stains, particularly protein stains, is do not use hot. Always use cool. If you go ahead and start using hot water or any heat on a stain, that is a protein stain in particular, you are going to set the stain in further. You're essentially going to cook it into the fabric, and it becomes an absolute nightmare to get out. And sometimes it's completely and utterly impossible to remove. So these are going to go in our washing machine. We're going to turn it on. We're going to wash them on a 30-degree wash. We don't need to do anything else. A 30-degree wash, and then we'll move on to phase 2. While our napkins are washing, let's move on to a little tip over the Christmas period that you can use within your home when it comes to stains on clothes. My best tip is fill up a bucket of biological detergent. You only need 1 pod or a scoop of powder or a capful of your liquid detergent that you're using, but make sure it is biological. If you've got any clothing that gets stains on it or any napkins that are stained, go ahead and place them into the biological mixture. So you're going to fill it up with cool water as well, so it can be made ahead of time. Put it somewhere where it's not going to spill over. And if you find yourself in a situation where you have got a stain on your clothes, or your kids have stains on their clothes, or your napkins are heavily stained, place them directly into the biological detergent bucket, and you're just going to leave them. Let them soak until you can get to them. The reason that I like to encourage people to do this is for what we discussed earlier. When you get a stain that sets in and dries, it becomes a lot more difficult to remove. So by keeping the item wet, it will come out like an absolute breeze. And it doesn't mean that over Christmas you're then freaking out over stains and being like, I need to tackle this immediately, because you've got a bucket of biological detergent that you can just throw it directly into. Our napkins are now out of the wash. They are looking divine, so clean, so fresh. Now it's time to iron them. So lay them out on your ironing board, and you're just going to give them a press straight from the washing machine. Don't bother drying them, and just make sure you've got your steam setting turned off on your iron. You don't need the steam because they're already slightly damp. And let's now iron to get any creases out.